While I was on my unexpected hiatus, I picked up a couple of shows that I want to mention for today's video. I want to preface it with saying this. This ties in today's video's theme because this is part of being an anime fan and why I love it, hate it all at the same time. Once again, Verve came in clutch. Picked up a couple of series that I only picked up because I heard about them on Twitter. And Twitter, to be more specific. Day was not something I planned on watching at all, but it's very interesting. I love sports anime, but I never dreamed I'd watch one about soccer. That's my least favorite sport. But Dreamy Days is the main character is aware and constantly by the whole cast. He's a complete rookie. He's better off doing something else. But even though he knows this, he still is busting his butt to prove he belongs. Because for the first time in his life, he wants to risk it all to maintain his place. I like this aspect because you don't want to get self-aware characters they know not the best at something, they're below average, but they're still trying. That takes actual heart. He brings up the atmosphere of the team, Seisaki. Seisaki is a well-known soccer team where everyone fears them because they know they're really good, and to be on their team, you can't be trash. So when he came on the team, everyone's wondering, how did Tsukamoto get on the team in the first place? The characters are very interesting. They feel like an actual team. Not everyone gets along, but they're dynamic duos, and there's interesting chemistry in the air. I haven't finished it yet, but bro, it's so much fun to watch. Every time something happens, I'm on the edge of my seat. You know what I like about it so much? Every episode we're seeing Tsukamoto slowly but surely get better at the sport, and everyone's getting little hints so he can improve. And remember, soccer's a team sport, so the only way he can get better is he learns that, hey, as long as you can do something to contribute to the goal or help your teammates, that's the kind of soccer you want to play. And they emphasize a lot in the show. Characters keep saying, oh, this is the kind of soccer I play. I play to win. So if it means I got to pass to win, that's what I'm going to do. This is the kind of soccer I play. Real interesting stuff. And I like about team sports is it shows you that it's not about just being good as an individual. It's about being a good individual who can contribute to something bigger than yourself. That's what I like about the episodes. We have training arcs. We have a lot of good stuff going on. So if you want to see a sports anime that you haven't seen before, I highly recommend it. Another one I picked up from Twitter is about Rocko during World War II. And I picked this one up because it's just interesting. I love storytelling, and Rocko is pretty much that. Comic storytelling. One person kneels down on a pillow and tries to portray multiple characters to tell a story. It's usually a story about passion, crime, or it could be something funny. You just never know what you're going to get. But the way Rocko works, it's an oral tradition. So therefore, you only learn it if you have a master. You don't just learn it walking down the street. You may learn it by watching it, being performed in theaters, but still, it's an art form. And the whole point of the show, a mature prisoner got out of jail and he's trying to change his life because he saw Rocko and decided that's what he wants to do with his life. He got on good behavior. We don't know his actual name, but his nickname is Otaro, which can translate to being an anti-hero, dim-witted man, or a fool. He met this cool guy named Yakumo while he was in jail. He performed, and he said, yo, I want to be his apprentice. But the way Yakumo is, he doesn't want an apprentice because in his mind, there's no point. Rocko is an art. Why teach someone who's about that street life a beautiful and delicate thing like Rocko? So the first season just shows us Yakumo's backstory, how he became the person he is now. Because he's a very stubborn old man who's stuck in his own ways. And at first it's annoying, but after you see the backstory, it all makes sense. So to sum it up, the old man shows us that he did Rocko not out of love. It's something that was forced on him. It was his only way to survive. And then he met another apprentice who became his rival, who for some reason everyone loved. But he was a troublemaker, so he was talented at Rocko. He made the audience want to come out to the theater, but the thing is he could barely get along with the elders because the way Rocko worked is an association. So essentially, if the elders in the association like you, it's easier to rank up. But if they don't like you, they can use that as a reason to say, oh, you're not ready yet. You need to mature more. Then we'll advance you to the next rank. So what happened during the backstory, it's a back and forth between Yakumo and his friend slash rival because they both made Rocko better. On one side, you got Yakumo, where basically, bro was talented at Rocko. He knew the form, had a flawless technique, but the way he did Rocko, it was like very strict. It wasn't fluid at all. The other guy, he made it seem like everything was a comedy, something fun. It was like watching the greatest one-man show ever. But we didn't know till towards the later half of this giant flashback, they were jealous of each other. They wanted to be like the other, because in their mind, the other was everything it couldn't be. And while that was true, it was also a lie. That's why I liked it so much. It reminded me that that's how it feels to be a creative. There's always better or worse people than you. You can want to be like your friends, your rivals, but you can't because you're you. There's only certain things you can do and there's certain things they can do. So you can learn from them and you can use them as a springboard to improve yourself and learn from your weaknesses. And you can be influenced by them in good and bad ways. But at the end of the day, all you can really do is remember why you do it. That's a question I kept asking a lot of times in the show. What do you do Rocko for? It reminded me of my YouTube journey a lot. People ask me, what do I do it for? I do it for self-improvement, progression, and the fun of it. Like I said last video, I'm not doing this for the clout, for pride. I do this because it's something I chose to do. And every time I take a break, I try to come back stronger. And in the second season, we're focusing more on Yotaro and his journey making progress in Rocko. But once again, Yotaro's past is trying to catch up with him because you know how it is. Even if you stop being Yakuza, people will just see you as that. So when that came out, life got a little hard for him because now he's trying to prove to everybody his past happened, but that's that. He's now the current him. He's trying to move past his past, but every 5 minutes, everyone's trying to use that to hold him back. And it almost got to him. But I didn't finish the season, so I can't tell you what actually happens. But I think the whole point of the show is we should all focus on our reasons and objectives for our passions and hobbies. It's never going to get easier, but with every bit of obstacles, it all comes down to us. The last show I want to talk about for today is a show I watched season 2, but never watched season 1. Blood Blockade Battlefront. I love this series. It is gorgeous to say the very least. I love the setting, I love the characters. It's a series I find it really hard to hate. The main character is average and weak compared to everyone else, but it makes a good contrast with a strong and powerful cast. Leonardo knows that, hey, he's just a regular person. He's never trying to flex he's better or worse. He's just trying to be the best him possible and redeem himself. Because essentially, a demon popped up and he had to make a choice. His sister loses his eyes and he gets these powerful god eyes, or the opposite. His sister chose for him and now he's trying to make up for that and figure out a way to restore her vision. He came to this mysterious town where mysterious things happen, filled with monsters, and every day it's like the Wild Wild West. And he hopes he can find some way of curing her. And he knows even though he's weak, he hopes someone can guide him on the right way. And that's the whole show for you. The best way I can describe this show, it's New York, the Occult Edition. I think it's an admirable goal. And think about it. If you're weak and you know it, and you're trying to rely on strong people to figure out a way to complete your objective, it's going to be tricky, no matter how you slice it. So I want to see how everything played out, because I already know how it all plays out in the second season, but I want to see how it all began. And boy, oh boy, it's truly a treat. I like Leonardo and the whole cast. They're so interesting because they all have reasons of being in that city. They know there's better things they can do. They know people may see them as monsters, but they're still trying to find their way. What's more relatable than that? Please tell me. So, looking back on 2019 as a fan of anime, I really stepped outside my comfort zone a lot. I know the kind of shows I like. I love me a good mystery and supernatural show. I love me cute girls doing cute things. But that's not the only thing I'm going to watch. What I did last year was keep trying to find shows outside of my preferred genres and see how far I can go and how much cool things I could discover. And fortunately, there are tons of ways to experience and sample a good chunk of anime, including the ones I don't have time for. That's why I love watching reviews, even for a show I'm not going to watch, so that way I can see the important themes, conflicts, etc. from it. I'm constantly faced with this dilemma. What show to finish? What show to pick up? What show to drop? And the reason why, I love a good story. So my thing is, if I see an interesting story, for the most part I want to know how it ends. But if I see a spoiler about it somewhere, I kind of don't want to know how it ends. So let's say you're reading this amazing story, you're watching this amazing anime, and then you magically, I don't know, Google a character, and then you find out something about them. Now you don't need to watch no more because you know how it ends. That's why half the time I'm watching a show, I have to avoid Twitter, because for some reason Twitter believes the rule of anime is, episode drops, you gotta drop the best parts of the episode. Now everyone else who sees that has no reason to actually watch it, unless, I don't know, they're crazy. Or they're heavily invested in the show and they manage to scroll past all the spoilers, which, how you gonna do that if you're part of any Twitter? This is my issue. I'm part of any Twitter, so no matter what I do, there's always gonna be amazing recommendations, shows to check out, manga to pick up. But half the time, no one links where you can watch it legally, or they show you so much of it that, in a way, if you just follow one person, you can get the whole summary of any show, any manga you want without ever having to touch it. It's crazy. So I'm trying to do, starting this year, is find a smooth and efficient way to prioritize and savor the anime on my watch list. What's funny to me, every single time I get my watch list down to less than 12 shows, I pick up more and more and more. And even though I have more free time now than ever, there's so much anime dropping every season, it's literally a chore to figure out what to watch, what I'm going to watch reviews on, what stuff I'm just going to casually follow, what shows I'm not even going to touch because it's not for me. So hopefully by the time this video is out, I finished 2 more shows. If not, I really tried. I love anime, but that's the hardest part of being in this community. It's about figuring out what to do during the lulls and peaks that happen every season. You could say, okay, I'm watching only 2 shows, and then because you went on Twitter, you saw this amazing GIF, this amazing clip, now you gotta add it to the queue. Then you do that again, and again, and again. Oh, you gotta drop a show, but then there's a really cool twist that you'll only understand if you watch it, because if you don't, that person's tweet and basically essay on it won't make actual sense to you. So all I'm trying to say is, hopefully, one day, soon, I'll figure it out. Thank y'all so much for watching. Do your boy a favor. If you enjoy videos like this, ignite the like button. Subscribe and join my fleet. Share this video on social media so more people can know my channel exists. Share with your friends. Comment your thoughts down below. Give me your feedback also in the comments. If you want to back me financially and have more videos like this out, or even suggest topics to me, check out my Patreon or Ko-fi. Follow me on Twitter. Join my Discord. I could really say so much more, but my crew needs me.